Welcome back to the New Jersey Morning Show. I'm Dina Delisa Gonzer with Mike Favetta. Women make up over half the labor force in the U.S., with 3/4 of women between the ages of 25 to 34 actively employed, yet they are not receiving adequate job protection when it comes to uniquely female health concerns. Here to tell us more is Harmonia Healthcare Emergency Medicine physician Dr. Robyn Glessner. Dr. Robyn Glessner, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great for you to be here. So, doctor, tell us, what types of issues do women, particularly pregnant women, encounter in the workforce?
So, specifically, and what we cover here at Harmonia Healthcare is the common issue of nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. Now, that can range from not feeling your best, occasional nausea and vomiting, to severe cases like hyperemesis gravidarum, which is basically a debilitating form of nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. Now, that is something that can start in the third week of pregnancy before a woman really even knows she's pregnant. She's not feeling well. And these women can be rendered completely disabled, unable to eat, drink. They are required to have feeding tubes, PICC lines, frequent IV infusions, things of that nature. So you can imagine if a woman is experiencing that, they can not even carry out their activities of daily living, like self-care versus carrying out a full-time job outside of the home. So there are a lot of amazing things that New Jersey is doing for pregnant women. The Pregnant Workers Fairness Act and New Jersey paid family leave. But for women who are suffering the entire 40 weeks, there's not much there to help protect their jobs, protect their benefits.
And as you told us, that there are sometimes some really serious cases of nausea and vomiting affecting pregnant women. So we talked a little bit about how it could affect their everyday life and how it could render them incapacitated for doing their jobs. Can you speak a little bit more specifically about how that would directly affect them in the workforce?
Sure. So a lot of these women are vomiting around the clock, experiencing crippling nausea, dehydration, and malnutrition to the point of organ failure. So they are unable to carry out their jobs. And in order to go on disability, which many of them require, they require a physician to sort of document, to back them up on what they're experiencing. And then that physician must be educated on the topic of hyperemesis gravidarum. They must believe the women and must support the women. So if that's not in place, these women are having their jobs and their benefits put at risk, jeopardizing the well-beings of their families and themselves and their fetuses, basically.
Right, and other than disability leave, something that I'm very familiar with my wife in her 33rd week of pregnancy, we're looking into the whole disability leave, and there's really not much money there once you go on leave, for these women to support themselves. And so what other laws are in place to protect these pregnant women in the workforce?
So, as far as towards term pregnancy, like around when they're going to deliver, and then after deliver, New Jersey has the Pregnant Women's Fairness Act, which keeps their job protected against discrimination. We have FMLA in place, which will offer 6 to 12 weeks of some paid leave, and then New Jersey paid family leave, which is groundbreaking. I think we're only one of 3 states to offer this. But other than that, there's not a whole lot. So we need to kind of up the ante because we want to keep more than half of the workforce in their jobs, happy and healthy. I've been speaking with a woman she works 4 12-hour shifts a week as a dental hygienist. She is suffering from hyperemesis gravidarum. Her physician will not approve her leave, will not put her on leave for whatever reason. And she is being threatened with termination. And if her job is to be terminated, she will lose the income for her and her 1.5-year-old and her health care. And it's just heartbreaking to see her have to deal with that on top of being extremely ill and having a small toddler at home.
Wow, that sounds like a situation that should not be happening. So, can you help us find more information on how we can navigate these waters, whether you're pregnant or you have someone in your life that is pregnant and trying to, as Mike said, deal with navigating what's available to them?
Sure, of course. My company's website, harmoniahealthcare.com, offers a lot of information on that. And also, more information can be found on the Her Foundation website, where we discuss all the issues related to this for women. But we really are just kind of breaking the ice on this and need to move forward.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot more that has to be done, but hopefully there's a brighter future ahead. Robyn Glessner, thank you so much for joining us here on the New Jersey Morning Show.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Really
Oh,
incredible, Dina, to hear that in this day and age, we still can't seem to get this right.
for sure. I mean, I remember those moments of being really, really sick and wondering, like, how am I going to make it through the day? And that
Yeah.
just shouldn't be that way. But I'm glad that people have their pulse, their finger on the pulse of that, and maybe we can start to see some changes in the coming years. Well, coming up, don't miss the Montclair Film Festival. We have The Scoop next.